Hello motor enthusiasts. Ferrari's hopes turned topsy-turvy in Las Vegas. They were favourites along the strip, but it was Mercedes, led by George Russell, who set the pace. Ferrari faced tyre graining challenges, with Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc battling strategy blunders and communication mishaps. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton seized the opportunity, overtaking the struggling Ferraris. The situation on track underscores how strategic dithering can cost a team valuable race positions. And let's not forget the swirling speculation around Sergio Perez's future at Red Bull. With contrasting reports from the paddock, his continuation with the team remains a hot topic. Stay tuned. Hey there, motor enthusiasts. I'm Enzo, your guide to the twists and turns of Formula One. Alongside me is the insightful William, ready to share his expertise. You're listening to the F1 Motor Fever podcast, your daily dive into the world of motorsport. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop us a comment, and share with your mates. Your support means the world and keeps us racing ahead. And trust me, you won't believe what happened in Las Vegas. It's a saga of strategy slip-ups and tire troubles, something every fan needs to hear. Stay tuned, because this one's relevant to understanding the highs and lows of racing strategies. Full throttle.
Thanks for the intro, Enzo Watts. I'm really looking forward to diving into this incredible story, and I think our listeners will be too.
It's fascinating to see how expectations in Formula One can shift so dramatically. Ferrari came into Las Vegas poised to dominate, but it was Mercedes who took the spotlight, particularly with George Russell's performance. Despite Lewis Hamilton's hiccups during qualifying, Russell's lead at the start was a standout moment. But then there's the curious case of Ferrari's tyre strategy. They seemed well prepared based on practice runs, but tyre graining turned into a major issue, particularly for Charles Leclerc. He had to let Carlos Sainz pass because of his lack of pace.
That's intriguing. How do you think the initial tyre graining affected Ferrari's overall strategy in the race?
Well, it certainly threw a spanner in the works. They struggled with tyre management, which became apparent when Carlos Sainz had to deal with a similar drop-off. The team seemed to hesitate on making decisive calls, which led to some miscommunication and strategy blunders.
Do you reckon these strategy dilemmas could have been predicted earlier in the race weekend, given the practice sessions?
Possibly, but the low-grip circuit threw a bit of a curveball, leading to unexpected tyre behavior. The practice simulations suggested they might fare better with their tyre strategy during the race, but execution didn't quite match the expectation. It's a lesson in how quickly fortunes can change in this sport, especially when fine margins are involved. That brings us to the heart of the matter, the tension within Ferrari during the race. Despite the team's instructions to Charles Leclerc to manage his tyres and avoid pressure from Carlos Sainz, things didn't pan out as expected. With Sainz overtaking him, it seemed like team strategy fell apart again. Leclerc's radio response was quite telling, with a hint of sarcasm and frustration, suggesting deeper issues.
It's clear emotions were running high. How do you interpret Leclerc's outburst, especially his comments about respect and the team's internal dynamics?
It's a classic case of a driver feeling let down by the lack of cohesive strategy and communication. Leclerc's frustration was palpable, as he felt his compliance put him at a disadvantage repeatedly. His comments about respect and the team's promises not being upheld hint at a breakdown in trust, which is never ideal for team morale.
Do you think this incident could have a lasting impact on Ferrari's team dynamics, considering Leclerc's strong words?
It certainly might. When drivers feel their efforts aren't reciprocated or that strategy discussions aren't honored, it can create a rift. It will be interesting to see how Ferrari addresses these internal challenges moving forward. They need to ensure all drivers feel on equal footing and that their strategies are transparent and effective to avoid such incidents. It's evident that the frustration wasn't just limited to Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz also felt the brunt of Ferrari's faltering strategy, and it's rare to see both drivers openly expressing their dissatisfaction to this extent. The tension in the team was palpable, with both drivers losing vital race time due to delayed decisions. It's clear everyone in the team had higher expectations for the weekend.
With Fred Vasseur playing down the incident, do you think this approach will help smooth things over within Ferrari, or could it potentially overlook the root of the problem?
Vasseur's stance seems to be about maintaining team harmony and ensuring that issues get resolved behind closed doors. However, if these strategy blunders are more than just a one-off, it could spell more trouble ahead. The atmosphere within the team is crucial, and they need to make sure the drivers feel heard and that such errors are addressed systematically. Wow! I can't help but think how amazing the world of Formula One is. Such emotions, such competitiveness, such adrenaline. It's quite something, isn't it? What do you reckon, my lovely audience? Are you enjoying the content? Don't forget to hit the like button, alright? I'm absolutely loving these updates, and I hope you are too. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Let's carry on.
The changes Vasseur implemented since taking over indicate he's trying to turn things around, but it seems there's still work to be done. Do you think Ferrari's drivers will have enough confidence in the team's strategies for the rest of the season?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Trust within a team is vital, and it can influence everything from morale to performance. If Ferrari can address these concerns and communicate more effectively, they might salvage their season. But if not, these frustrations could continue to mount. Let's see how they handle the situation moving forward. The recent developments paint an intriguing picture of the current Formula One landscape. The Ferrari strategy team might have cost their drivers a chance at victory, and now Sergio Perez's future with Red Bull hangs in the balance. Despite earlier speculations, Perez remains optimistic about his prospects with the team, hinting at a brighter future during Austin and Mexico City.
It's fascinating how quickly the narrative can shift in Formula One. One moment a driver might be facing an uncertain future, and the next there's a glimmer of hope. Perez has indeed shown resilience, but do you think Red Bull's confidence in him will hold strong if he continues to underperform?
That's a good question. Red Bull's decision to retain Perez for at least the next 4 Grand Prix suggests they're still seeing potential in him, especially on circuits where he's previously excelled. However, if his performance doesn't improve, the whispers of a contract exit clause might gain traction again. It's a delicate balance for Perez, and he'll need to capitalize on opportunities to prove his worth.
And with Verstappen securing his 4th title, the dynamics within the team are undoubtedly influenced by his dominance. It can be challenging for the second driver to shine in such a scenario.
Indeed, Verstappen's success sets a high benchmark, and Perez needs to demonstrate he's a vital asset to the team, not just in securing points, but also in supporting the overall team strategy. As the season progresses, we'll see how Red Bull navigates these internal dynamics and whether Perez can secure his place for the future. Alright, let's tap into the pulse of the Formula One community. What's the talk of the town, internet-wise?
Well, here's an interesting bit for you. Ryokevry posted an image referred to as Charles post-race radio. Can't quite see the image, but the comments are buzzing. Lobsters for mentions, quote, "Did he really say this? I totally missed it," unquote.
The ever-enigmatic Charles Leclerc. His radio messages do tend to grab attention, don't they?
Absolutely. And it's not just that. Semi-Idea Pro Nick remarked, quote, "Ferrari provides good radio messages every race, it's just a matter of the side of the garage it will come from," unquote.
Everyone loves a bit of team radio drama, especially when Ferrari's involved. Anything else catching your eye?
Indeed. There's a lively discussion over Ferrari's decision-making. Española Inquisition comments, quote, "Crazy that they wouldn't switch them, considering Leclerc is so close to overtaking Norris," unquote. To which Rodrigo David 15 replied, quote, "TBF they asked for the swap once and Sainz ignored asking for box. Sainz is closer to Piastri than Charles to Norris," unquote.
Seems like Ferrari's strategy, or lack thereof, is a hot topic. It's a bit of a tightrope walk for the team, balancing driver ambitions and team tactics.
Quite right. And the humor is not lost on the community either. Saul von Gutmann shared, quote, "For goodness sake, I've been looking at your rear for 4 laps, let me past. Please," unquote.
Ha ha ha, classic Leclerc. It's good to see a bit of banter amidst all the intensity. Keeps things light-hearted.
Exactly. It's all part of what makes the sport so engaging. The drama, the personalities, and of course, the racing.
Spot on. The internet community always has a way of adding a little spice to the mix. Let's keep our fingers crossed for more thrilling moments on and off the track. Thanks for tuning into F1 Motor Fever podcast today. We've had a brilliant time exploring the ins and outs of the latest race developments, from the fascinating team dynamics at Ferrari to the lively chatter on the internet. Your support means everything to us, so make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Share our channel with your mates on social media or even at your next family gathering. If you've enjoyed our chat, leave us a comment below.
And don't forget to join us for the next episode. We're on the air every day, keeping you up to speed with all things Formula One. There's always something exciting just around the corner.
Pedal to the metal, keep your gaze on the road, our channel's content is pure gold.